Welcome back to another playoff edition of your Thunder Bay North Stars. In this episode, we are taking on the Winnipeg Jets in round number 3. That's right, we have finally gotten over the hump and out of round number 2, where for the first 2 times we made the playoffs, we were taken out. We did not play well. It was not good. And after almost falling to a far inferior team in Colorado, we manhandled Dallas in the second round. As you can see on the screen right now, we're a better team than Winnipeg. They have their top 6 is great. We'll take a quick look at the lines in case you don't remember last episode. We'll just view lines here and check out the Winnipeg Jets. And we can see they have everybody's over a 90 on the first line. Their second line has an 88 and 286s. They do drop off a bit on the third and fourth line, but everybody does, right? Like it's not that bad. Defensively, they're not as strong. Niku and Morrissey pretty good. Pionk, they have a 41-year-old Duncan Keith, and then Xavier Ouellette and Luke Green. Never heard of him. So it's not looking great. And then Hellebuck and Stellars in net. So we're the better team. We made some changes after round 1, and we don't want to change a good thing because we absolutely destroyed Dallas. So I don't want to make too many changes. But our first line, we're sitting with 388 overalls. Looking at our second line, we have an 894, 85, 82. So I would give their top 6 an edge over our top 6. But our depth on the third and fourth line, Burakovsky on the third line, he's an 86. We got Kyrou and Lowry, Zach Castillo for Rebecca Carlson on the fourth. And then our defense, we do have Krejci up, but he's a stay-at-home defenseman who just doesn't get scored on. He's a plus 12 in these playoffs through 11 games. Yes, he only has 1 assist, but he's a plus 12. And then we got Boquist, Werenski, Fabro, Anderson, and Bouchard, both sitting at 83. So our defense is fantastic. And then with goaltending, we have Vasilevsky sitting there at a 90 and an 84, Philip Gustafsson. So we're looking good. I'm loving where the team's at right now. I think we have a good chance to continue this run and make a case for the Stanley Cup championship. But without further ado, let's see how we do in game number 1. We're back at the Sunshine Palace, where the city never sleeps, and where the hockey team never loses. So let's pause this. We'll increase the speed, and we'll see what period number 1 brings us. And it is Appleton with a goal on Vasilevsky. I'm pretty sure that's a third liner there. Not a great start. We are out shooting them 12-10, so obviously Hellebuck's playing pretty well. Let's see if we can end that in period number 2 here. We do. Arthur Old on the power play takes one just from inside the hash marks of the circle there. But Mark Scheifele comes right back on the power play and scores on Vasilevsky just a few minutes later. Shots are tied, but it's a close game. So let's see what period number 3 brings us. It looks like, real quick, Appleton with the second of the night, making it 3-1. We are getting outshot. We haven't had a shot here in a few minutes. There's one. Looks like it's going to be too little too late, though. Winnipeg is just peppering Vasilevsky right now. They're out shooting us in this period significantly. Almost 10. Oh, we're coming back, though. That's too little too late. We get one with 52 seconds left, but it is not enough. We did make it close in shots. As soon as the same, we're getting dummied in shots. Our fourth line out there with 52 seconds left. Things I just don't understand. I wish you could. I know when you hire a coach, they do have. You do say whether the coach has rolls 4 lines, rolls 3 lines, top 6 heavy, whatever have you. But the fact that we just, again, he scored. It happened earlier in the playoffs too, but the fact that we're down in a game and our fourth line's out, just not great. Our AHL team's down 3-0, so we'll see here once we hit the sim button how our AHL team does. We'll click yes, and they lost. I'm guessing they lost. Yeah, individual performances, morale's down. Oh, well, Nick Merkley's up. I really can't tell. I can't tell if the AHL team won or lost. Doesn't matter though, because the NHL team here in Sunshine Palace, Thunder Bay North Stars looking to take a 1-0 lead in the first period, and we're down 1-0. Nemesnikov. Okay. Once again, we're getting outshot in the first period. Let's see if we can rebound here in period number 2. We do not. Getting outshot 22-18. All right. We'll slow some the third. And Virtanen, different Virtanen, gets in early in the third period there, but Barkov on the power play. All right. Our only shot this period. We have 1 shot. It's 2 shots. Come on, guys. How do we only have a couple shots with only a few minutes left in the period? This is Forsbacka Karlsson. They were Scheifele 8 seconds after Forsbacka Karlsson scores. Scheifele scores. But this is again what I'm saying. Forsbacka Karlsson's on the 4th line. Why is there a minute 24 left? We're down a goal and our 4th line is out. Our coach is doing well. How can you fire a coach when you're playing well in the playoffs? But this is so frustrating to see. The fact that he's willing to put the 4th line out there. Like, obviously, we need our studs. We need Arthur Ald. We need Barkov. I mean, Barkov scored there, which is why I was kind of hesitating on saying his name. But we need Lucas Raymond to do something. Like, Lucas Raymond played 12 minutes. He's on the 2nd line. He played 12 minutes. Nylander's on the 1st line. He played 16 minutes. Forsbacka Karlsson on the 4th line played 13 minutes. Like, this is just not... I don't know. I need to find an A-plus coach that actually wants to play his team properly. This is pretty frustrating to see. But on the other side, we had a 10-goal game from our AHL side, so that's not too bad. Let's sim up to the next game. All right, I don't care about the scout ranks right now. Okie dokie. Well, game number 3, we are in the Bell MTS Center up in Winnipeg, where it's not quite as cold as in Thunder Bay, but they like to claim it is. So let's take it to them. This is summer hockey. Yeah, this is summer hockey in northern Canada, even though neither of these are truly northern, but it's all right. Period number 1 here, boys. Let's see if we can do to Winnipeg what they did to us. And, well, yes, because the shots are 17-7 right now in our favor. Unfortunately, the score is still 0-0. Hellebuck has been phenomenal this series. Period number 2, Burakovsky scores. Laine comes right back on the power play. So they really caught up on shots there. I mean, we had 5 shots that period. Like, they had 14. How do we only have 5 shots now? Like, come on, guys. Changes are coming next year. Anderson knows he's not going to be on the team next year, wants to make the most of it this year. Scores a couple minutes into the 3rd period. We're on a power play. We're out shooting them, but barely. I bet you they're not out shooting us because that's just the way Thunder Bay does it. And 3, 2, 1. Oh, I seen the goal there, and I'm like, oh, shoot. But it was Burakovsky. Our 3rd line out, shutting it down. Not too shabby. We end up out shooting them. We end up winning the game. So it is now 2-1. Now, Hellebuck again. Vasilevsky actually made it this time, but Burakovsky with 2 goals. So 3-1 game. Burakovsky had 2. It's 3rd line, I guess. I mean, I guess this is why the coach is playing him. Looks like our AHL team also won. More realistic this time in 5-3. Cole Perfetti looking pretty good. Ready to make the jump into the NHL next year. Simulate up to the next day. All right. Can we tie it up? The Islanders have now taken the lead on Buffalo 2-1. That's all fun and games. What really matters, though, is Thunder Bay gonna tie this series up with Winnipeg in Winnipeg. And after period number 1, the score is still 0-0. Shots are 9 apiece, so at least we're not getting outshot, and it's a pretty close game. Let's see if period number 2 brings anything different. It does, but not for the right team. Antoine Roussel scores on Andre Vasilevsky. All right, guys. We cannot head back to Thunder Bay down. Well, Nemesnikov scores on the power play. And another power play. But we kill that one off. We cannot head back to the Sunshine Palace down 3-1. We did this against Colorado. Will Nye, the hockey guy, scores there. Let's come on. We got 7 minutes left, boys. We're out shooting them. What Mark Scheifele says, let's put an end to this comeback talk. Ain't no time for that. All right. Ended up losing, getting outshot once again. I'm not surprised anymore. We got to defense. I mean, we're not getting like peppered, but we're getting outshot. So defensively, we need to tighten up a little bit. Offensively, we just need to pick it up. Klim Kostin went from absolutely killing it to now just hovering around a point per game. He's had a terrible series. And, oh, geez Louise. Well, you know what? If our AHL team can go from 3-0 down to tying the series 3-3, maybe we can. Let's take a quick look at lines without overreacting too much. I do like the 2+3s, but is there anything that I can do differently? That's +1. I don't see anything happening there that's going to make anything any different. I really don't. Burakovsky's not a fourth liner. Jeez. Well, does that do anything? No. Let's try to find something here. All right, well, let's do this. Let's do Barkov. I'm guessing Barkov has better face-offs. 89 versus 85, yeah. What's Foodie have? Probably crap. 82, 85 for Will Nye. Lucas Raymond's terrible. So let's go like this. So we have power forward, playmaker, sniper versus sniper, playmaker, two-way forward. And does this make a difference at all? No. All right. Well, we'll just make a small move there, putting Kostin with Barkov and Alt, and we really need to get Raymond going here. He's a sniper and didn't have a goal until the second round, so his shooting category, his power is fantastic. He does need to work on his accuracy. He's an all-around player, though. I mean, look at his hand-eye, and his passing is pretty good, so Lucas Raymond's fantastic. His discipline is great, so I'd be curious to see what his penalty minutes are like. He has 2 penalty minutes in 15 games, so 1 penalty. That's not too bad. All right. Well, let's hope something clicks here for the boys, because we do not want to make it out of the second round for the first time and then face adversity in the third round. Adversity is good. We just don't want to lose, and we do too much of that. So we'll sim both. Does it look like our AHL team's moving forward? Yes, they make the Calder Cup final, which is fantastic. Typically that means we're not going to make the NHL Stanley Cup final, but we'll find out. Period number 1, we're down 3-0. Appleton, Ehlers, and Morrissey. Period number 2, okay, 4-2. So Nico made it 4-0, but then Dante Fabro for his back of Carlson said, "Hey, we got this, guys. Let's just go by 4. Let's slow it right down." And Duncan Keith, we'll speed it back up. Looks like we're going about 5-3. Sam Steele, let's go. 13 minutes left. Let's get one more here. Okay, we're out shooting 38-25. This is great. Our fourth line and third line's making a pretty big impact here. Oh, we're killing them in shots. We need to put another one past Hellebuck here. Gustafson's in net, which isn't what you want to see. Oh, no. Too little, too late. We end up out shooting that third period. Where's shots? Third period alone. So what do we... look, they had 2 shots that third period. We had 1, 2, 3, 4. We didn't... I just noticed this too. We didn't have a shot in the last minute and a half. We're down a goal. How do you not have a shot in the last minute and a half? That's embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Well, I guess that's where the team is finishing this year. Let's just look at the AHL team. We'll go. Yeah, we'll just do the AHL team here. All right, we play the Tucson Roadrunners. Let's see, game 1. It is a big 3-1 to win. Cole Perfetti maintaining that point per game. Game number 2. Big win number 2. We are up 2-0 against a team that just swept their opponents in the conference finals. Game number 3. Overtime loss. Okay, they're coming back. Let's see if we can make it 3-1 here and put some pressure on them. We can. So let's slow sim. That's not the way I wanted to go. But let's slow sim the fourth game here, and we'll do the rest of the playoffs for them, and we'll intervene to watch them win the Calder Cup. Keep in mind, I haven't edited jerseys or anything on this, but I'm just curious to see how it'll look, because obviously we're disappointed right now with how our NHL team is looking. It's not the way you want to see it go. But period number 1, we're down 2-1. We got Barrett Hayton and Samuel Poulin gets one, scores early, but then we get 8 seconds left. Jeez Louise. All right, period number 2. We tied it up. Alex Holtz on the power play. All right, let's go 4 times. Let's see what period number 3 brings us. We're shooting him 31-12. My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. This is our game to lose here, guys. Let's see what we can do. Let's go up just a little bit quicker. And they score halfway through the third. We're still shooting them 37-16. Olin scores. That's good news. Good news. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes left. A minute left. 27 seconds left. So I'm guessing we're going to overtime, but I just want to be able to intervene quickly if somebody does score here. So, and nobody does. So, yeah, let's just go quickly here. Oh, look at those terrible jerseys. Terrible jerseys. But you know what? Let's do alternate, because why not, right? Oops. We'll go back because I want it to be a computer versus computer. But I do want an alternate jersey. You know what? Apparently that was just their way of telling me that we shouldn't be doing alternate. We should not be doing alternate. But we're going to do it anyways. All right. Let's see what period number overtime, because that made sense. Let's see what the overtime period looks like here. Hopefully it doesn't go too slow here, and hopefully we get a goal quite early. I haven't changed the slider since the beginning of the franchise mode, so I'm not really sure what they're set at. I know I turned scoring up, but I don't think I turned off offside or anything. Excuse me. So it should be pretty realistic, but Cole Perfetti on the opening faceoff there. All right. Let's go. Hayton looking for the Hattie. Too little, too late. All right. Albert Hauser, attaboy. Future of the franchise. Future. Cole Perfetti's top 10 in goals. We also have, I didn't see who else. They have 2 in the top 10. But number 1 is Mr. Cole Perfetti. We're winning in faceoffs, which is nice, because we need that when they get up to NHL. Lose another faceoff, though. So I've seen 0 for 2 on faceoffs. Back to the point. Over. Big save. Goalie's out of position, and that's the game. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, at least it didn't take too long. We didn't waste a lot of time. But losing. That's okay. We wanted to win on home ice, right? Like, that was their barn. It's never fun winning a championship in somebody else's barn. I mean, it's awesome, but you want the fans to be excited when you win a championship. So as fun as it is to win away, let's try to go here. I didn't realize this. They had more points than us. Yeah, they had 2 more overtime wins, so they were a bit better than us in the regular season. So Game 6 will be in our barn, and this is really where we want to go. Now, I did see Perfetti doesn't have any points in the last 2 games, which isn't good. So period number 1, let's see if he can get on the board. He can't. We're shooting 15-6. We're all over these guys. Why can't we score? Period number 2, 2-2. Okay, we can score, but it should be up. So Solovoyev and Kaliev makes it 2-0. Then they come right back on the power play. Well, 8 minutes later. And Novikov scores, followed by Nurmi. All right, what's the third period going to bring us here? We are beating their butts in shots, 29-17. And Connor McMichael gets one, but Barrett Hayton comes right back. What a guy. What a guy, Mr. Hayton. Makes me want to go trade free after watching this, but Quenneville scores, followed by CMC, Mr. McMichael himself. Let's get down to the last minute or so here. Hopefully I don't miss it. We have a power play. Do we score on the power play? We don't. All right. Oh, no. I paused it, and it had paused. Oh, my goodness. I didn't pause it in time. I'm sorry, folks. I did pause it. It showed it right on the bottom of the screen, pause, and then it just simmed the last minute. Okay, well, McMichael had 2 goals. Drysdale seemed to have a really good playoffs. Things you'll love to see. He had a couple points last game, too. I mean, Cole Perfetti, again, didn't have any points that didn't have any points there, but in the finals, but that's okay. We're just going to wait until we can see who wins the Stanley Cup. Then we'll take a quick look at awards before we finish this episode up. Buffalo won, but Game 7 too. Buffalo beat Winnipeg. But what really matters is the Burnaby Aces come off as Calder Cup Trophy champions. Let's take a quick look for awards in the regular season here. Buffalo won the Stanley Cup. Thunder Bay North Stars back-to-back years as President Trophy champions. Winnipeg Jets made it for the third time in 4 years to the Stanley Cup. And the Buffalo Sabres, for the fifth time in a row, made it to the Stanley Cup from the Eastern Conference. But that's the first time they beat Winnipeg. Winnipeg won their last 2 meetings, so Buffalo is like the Buffalo Bills. It just makes it to the finals. They can't win, but they lost to Edmonton, they lost to Winnipeg, lost to Vegas, and finally they beat Winnipeg. Individual awards. Art Ross Trophy goes to William Nylander. What a pickup. The Hart Memorial Trophy goes to William Nylander. I repeat, what a pickup. Norris Trophy goes to Brandstrom. Okay, so that's not too bad. Lady Bing goes to Austin Stashews. Barkov gets the Calder. So who do we have? We had Arthur Ald won the Calder 4 years ago, but Conn Smythe goes to Jack Eichel of the Buffalo Sabres. The Vezina Trophy goes to Andrei Vasilevsky. Things you'll love to see. The Jennings Trophy goes to Samsonov. Interesting. Good. Branson wins the Masterson. LA wins the Jack Adams. Selke Trophy goes to Tyler Seguin. Ted Lindsay goes to our guy William Nylander. And Vladimir Tarasenko wins the Maurice Richard. In the AHL, what do we have? Individual awards here. This is for the most points in the regular season. His second year winning that. Then we also have the Lee Cunningham Award, which is the most valuable player. So it gets Steenbergen. The year before was Barkov, who, if you remember correctly, just won the Calder Trophy. So hopefully Steenbergen can make it to the NHL and also win the Calder. But we had it two of the previous 4 years. Cairo and Quinville won it. The Marshall Award for the most goals goes to Blake Wheeler. Interesting. This goes to the most outstanding rookie player, which is Whitmore. Eddie Shore Award, which is the best defenseman. I'm going to guess his name. Jonathan Bernier won the goaltender. Okay, well we did not win nearly as many awards as I was expecting. Nick Merkley won the most valuable player of the Calder Cup playoffs. I don't understand that, but sure. Lundstrom won the Hunt Memorial, and Siemens, what a name, won the Yannick Dupree Memorial. There was one more. Okay, so the Hap Memorial goes to Jonathan Bernier. Team awards, Burnaby Aces won the Calder Cup. And we would have won, guess that's it, the Calder Cup. This is for making it on the eastern side. All right. Well, not a lot of awards there. Less than I thought, but we'll take it. On the NHL side, we did clean up. But things you like to see is our team progressing. Things you don't like to see, well, you don't like to see that we pull in that led the team in points. We got lost in another playoff series. We got to figure something out. So we're going to do some rejigging before the draft here. So we'll end the video here. We're going to take a look at what the lines are going to be and what we anticipate. One thing I do want to comment, I'm going to say it next video too. We don't want to just draft first round franchise elite top 6 talent all the time. We need to build up our bottom 9 and what have you. And I feel like we do have a lot of homegrown players, considering the fact we're only 6 years into a franchise mode. But the one thing we don't have is a legitimate left winger. So if we do make a trade for a player, this might be the year to do it, just because there is some really good top-end NHL left wingers. So we got Takashi there, who I like. He's projected to go second, but he's a first overall by our scouts. And he's a two-way forward, so don't love that. I think I like the playmaker ability here a bit more. But again, we got to take a look at what we need in terms of our top 6 right now, because he's NHL ready, top 6 forward. Now, he might have to spend a year in the AHL or a year on the third or fourth line, but there's a lot of potential. Like Budok, there's potentially an elite, but he just doesn't seem to be as good. Andrews has fantastic Not as good as Takashi here, who is just all, just all and above really good. But so yeah, we will take a look here at the draft coming up and see what we need to do in terms of trades and who we need to get and who we need to get rid of. But we're hoping to have a good draft. That's the ideal. I think there's just one gem. Yeah, there's just one gem. It's a goalie in the 4th round. So, all right, we'll end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Leave some comments about what you think we should do come the draft and who we should get rid of. I'm wondering if we get rid of Vasilevsky this draft because although he was just fantastic for us, we do have that franchise goalie who's ready to come up, and him and Philip Gustafson can play with each other. I guess we can just do progress reports, contracts. We can't look at our lines right now. We're just going to have to make some changes. So hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, leave any comments what you think we should do, and I will see you guys next time.